I'm going to expose the exact agency model I've used to make over 100K a month profit every single month for the past year. And I know you're probably thinking, aren't I just creating more competition? Well, here's the thing. What got me to 100K a month is not going to get me to $1 million a month. One of my good friends told me I had to kill my baby to get to the next level. So instead of killing my baby, I'm going to expose it for free in this video right here. So let's get it. Step number one, to generate leads, aka prospects who are actually interested in working with my agency. A lot of people teach the cold email, cold call, cold DM. But if you think about it, for all three of these strategies, it's kind of equivalent to those sunglass huts at all these malls, trying to like pitch and sell you like, hey, like try these sunglasses. Like these are so good. I promise you, like you're gonna like them, you're gonna buy them. Like that's exactly how we sound when we either cold call, cold email, cold DM. Why? Because these people we're trying to contact have no idea who we are. But now let's say same scenario, we're at the mall, and let's say your favorite celebrity is at the mall now, whether it's Alex Hormozi or Iman Ghazi or whoever you look up to. Let's say they're in the mall and they're selling their special sunglasses. And let's say they walk up to you or you walk up to them. Are you more likely to buy those sunglasses now? Of course, because you actually have affinity to them, meaning that you actually look up to them. Like it's kind of like you already know them. So of course, you're gonna trust them with your hard-earned money because you already built a relationship with them as your favorite celebrity. So that's kind of the same effect we want with our own business. Like why be the guy in the sunglass hut trying to pitch random strangers when we could build up fans and get them to buy our stuff instead? AKA in this instance, working with my own agency. So instead of cold emailing, cold calling, or cold DMing, what we want to do instead is grow our followers. Because then, number one, we have social proof because we have all these people following us. But number two is we build relationships with people online. So by the time we actually offer services online, we have a ton of fans just waiting to buy from us because we've already built up that goodwill on social media. And so obviously there's all these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, but what I recommend the most is Instagram. Because on TikTok, the only real way to monetize your followers is the link in your bio, which limits your range a lot. And then same thing with YouTube. You can only add links to your description as well as your YouTube homepage. But on Instagram, we have the link in bio as well, but we could also message all our leads and all our potential clients in the Instagram DMs. And I know TikTok DMs has that feature as well, but the only way for it to work is if both people follow each other. And just like the range and the functionality of TikTok messages is so glitchy, so hard to use, that compared to Instagram, it's like a night and day difference. Like Instagram is super smooth, super buttery. And so that's why we like to use Instagram, because when we're able to message our leads one-on-one through the DMs, so much easier to close them on services that we sell for our agency. So I know I said to grow your followers and we want to do it through Instagram, but how do we grow our Instagram followers? So there's really two ways to do this. One is a dramatic demonstration of your services. So example, the service I provided for my agency was a complete system on how to land more clients in your first week within working with my agency, right? So that was the main goal. And so what I would show every single day on my Instagram were sales call videos of me closing $6,000 clients every single day. And so my first video doing these sales calls, I have over 400,000 views on TikTok and I have 1 million views on that same video on Instagram. But it wasn't just that one video. Like every sales call I posted, it was just another 100K, another 100K, another 100K, to the point where I'm like, okay, well, clearly something's working here. And it also was a compounding effect because I was posting me closing different deals every single day, Monday through Friday, even on weekends. People were just like, damn, like what is this guy doing? How does he book so many calls and how is he closing so many deals? So of course, I'm going to attract random people, like people interested in sales, people interested in running an agency. But the most important type of followers I attracted off of this content were high-level established business owners who either one, wanted more sales calls, two, wanted to close more deals, or number three, both, where they wanted to book more calls, close more deals, and ultimately land more clients to scale their business. And so in the beginning, I would try to handle everybody, right? Coaches came to me, consultants, agencies, course creators, freelancers, e-commerce stores, like literally every niche imaginable. And so I would experiment working with all of them. And so what I found is some niches work better than other niches. Sometimes I wouldn't like working with XYZ niche. Maybe I just wasn't passionate, or maybe it just, the logistics wouldn't work out. And so what I found, taking in everybody, was that there's really just two types of people I enjoyed working with the most. Coaches, meaning they already have either a course, a coaching program, or doing one-on-one coaching, or an agency owner, meaning that they already provide services to other people. And so those were the only two people I would accept when people wanted to work with me. Like anybody else, whether they had an e-commerce store, whether they were doing affiliate marketing, whatever it is, I had to turn all of them down. Because at the end of the day, you only want to work with the people that you enjoy working with the most, that you could best help, and ultimately can pay you the most. Because when you get your clients the best results, they ultimately could pay you even more. And so so a lot of people ask me, how do so many of my clients afford $6,000? Here's the thing, a lot of them can't afford $6,000 up front, but a lot of them can afford $1,000, maybe $2,000. And so the way I structure my pricing, if you see my videos on TikTok or Instagram before, you know my price, it's $997 now, then 5 weekly payments of $997. And if they had a little bit extra budget, whether it's 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K, whatever it is, I would just pitch the highest 1,000 I can. Then I would just take off one or multiple of the weekly payments to make up for it. So example, if my client's budget's only $1,000, I would pitch $997 now, and then 5 weekly payments of $997. If my client's budget's only $3,000, then I could do 3K now, and then 3 weekly payments of $997. If my client has all $6,000, then I'll give them a little discount. I'll be like, it's $5,800 one time. So that way I could close more people for a higher ticket service, even if they don't have the budget. And so the caveat to that is that you have to get your clients results right away within your first week. So for my agency, we gave our clients a complete system from generating leads to booking more sales calls to closing more deals, to the point where within their first week, we've seen it over and over and over. People have landed their first client or multiple first clients within their first week so that they could afford the rest of the weekly payments. So that's how my business model works, is most people try to lower their price to work with most people. We still work with more people. We just make them money so they could afford the full thing later. But anyways, I went on a little tangent there. So that's number one, is having a dramatic demonstration of your services. So example, for me, it's sales calls. For some of my good friends, Josh and Oliver Lester, they do door-to-door sales and they show it live on their Instagram and TikTok. That's why they get so many views. For one of my original mentors, Jason Capital, he would literally go on the streets of random cities and he would just ask people like, hey, do you want to make some money? Take over my Instagram, type these messages on my phone, and then boom, you'll make money. And so the service he was providing was how to be a DM closer, where you just take over influencers' Instagram accounts and they just close deals through Instagram DMs. So he would have random people in different cities do that. And because all these random strangers were making money, then he got tons of views off of that. So this takes a bit of thinking. I, for the longest time, when I heard about dramatic demonstrations, couldn't think of sales calls. And so finally, once I thought of it, it took off. So you just got to brainstorm a little bit, whether you want to do sales calls yourself or whether there's a real way to dramatically demonstrate that your service works or that your product works or whatever it is. Then people will automatically believe you, because people doubt what they're told, but never what they conclude. If you tell someone you know what you're doing, they might think like, that might work, that might not. But if you show someone you know what you're doing, there's no refuting that you know what you're talking about. So that's the way I did things when I first started Instagram and TikTok. We're just showing myself in action with all these sales calls. Now, let's say you can't figure out a dramatic demonstration, whether it's too hard for your service, or number two, in a situation like me where I don't have to take sales calls anymore. I have a whole sales team taking it for me. So now I don't really have any calls to take. Then of course we have to adapt. We can't just not post and not get followers. So what do we do? And so something that's been working for me now is what we call the Facetime method, where most people running an agency are posting their make money online content where it looks like they're doing too much, whether it's like all the pop-up captions, all the animations, the graphics, the sound effects, whether they have a tripod and they're filming. This doesn't count because I'm filming on YouTube. YouTube is very different than Instagram and TikTok. But anyways, they have a tripod and it seems very, very pre-planned and very salesy. Like the thing is, people are so used to being sold to every single day online that anytime someone looks too try hard in their videos, they automatically swipe away and they don't even give you the time or the attention to actually watch it. So how do we avoid this? Most people don't correlate FaceTime with being sold to. And so the way I started blowing up on Instagram was I just acted like I was on FaceTime. I would hold my phone the way I would on FaceTime. If I was propping my phone up, I wouldn't just put it on a tripod and then hit record. I would just prop it up on some random object. So right now I got my water bottle. I would just literally prop it up like that. I would literally hit record, and then while I'm saying my verbal hook, I'm gonna place my phone down and then keep going with the rest of the video. What does that do? It makes it seem less try hard. Like I just had the idea and I just wanted to get the video out as fast as possible without being salesy or pre-planning anything, right? So again, all I do is I either hold my phone like I'm on FaceTime, or like I said, I'm gonna say the verbal hook while I'm placing my phone down. So example, like the most underrated part about being an entrepreneur is blah, 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 blah. So now it kind of mimics FaceTime still, because I started the video with me holding my phone and then I placed it down as I was saying the hook. So this is how you get more people to tune into your video without automatically swiping away because they think they're being sold to. And so the next thing is, what do you say in these videos? The best way I could describe this is any idea you have, whether it's like a random thought, or like something you think would be funny, or something you think is super insightful, or anything where it's like you have like a calling to share it. Just pick up your phone, hit record, and talk, right? That's the best way I can describe it. Like if you look at my Instagram content, there's no real method to the madness. It's just like anytime I think like, oh, that would be pretty funny, or like, oh, that would be super insightful, or like, oh, that would be pretty valuable, then I just don't think about it. I just hit record and then I just say what's ever on my mind. Think of like your videos as documenting your thoughts. So instead of trying to script out your videos or instead of pre-planning your videos, just any thoughts that happen throughout your day, document it by recording it right away on your iPhone. Like literally all my best videos that I've gotten over 1 million views was always because I just had an idea and I filmed it right away. Right? I didn't sit on it. I didn't wait on it. I didn't think like, oh, is that a good idea? I just picked up my phone, recorded it, one take wonder, never took a second take, and just sent it to my editor once the video is done. And so that way, like I said, it doesn't seem try hard. Like people could sense the genuineness of you speaking from the heart, not planning your videos. And ultimately, number two, they could sense the passion behind your voice. Like one of my friends literally just hit a 1 million view video on TikTok for the first time ever. And he said it wasn't even about anything he said in the video. It was just like the way he said it and the tone of his voice was super genuine and interesting, and that's why people watch. And so the best way to produce the best tonality in your videos isn't trying to pre-plan the tonality. It's just literally anytime you have a great idea, just film on your iPhone right away. And I promise you the tonality will naturally come out. And then one last bonus to the Facetime method is have a call to action to a lead magnet at the very end of the video. So example, for me, I like to give out free courses. So last year when I was still popping on TikTok, I had my TikTok series where I had a 5-video course breaking out exactly how I went viral on TikTok and how my clients could do the same so that they could generate hot qualified leads. And so think about it. One, this attracts the right people because only real established business owners know what hot qualified leads are. But number two, my service primarily helps people who want to grow on Instagram and TikTok and be able to monetize it by landing high paying clients. So this also helps me attract the right people that my service could actually help. So once you thought of your lead magnet you want to make, as well as you made the lead magnet, now how do you get people to bite on it? So at the end of every single one of my videos on Instagram Reels, no cap, I always promote it at the very end. I just tie in whatever the main point of my video was. And so I somehow relate it to getting the free lead magnet. So example, my transition is, no, I'm not a guru trying to sell you a XYZ course. So you could do ABC thing I was talking about in my video, but I did just make a free course breaking down exactly how I made $2 million profit in my agency. Now you could do it too, or hit 10K a month if you want. That way you could do ABC thing I was talking in my video. Just comment below the word cash and I'll send it to you for free. And the other one I used to do back in the day was, and no, I'm not some Instagram or TikTok guru trying to sell you a course on how to grow on Instagram or grow on TikTok, but I did just make a free course breaking out exactly how I'm going crazy viral on Instagram and TikTok right now. That way you could get ABC thing I was talking about in my video again. Just comment below the word views and I'll send you the course for free. And so boom, just work on your transition from the actual video to getting to the lead magnet. And now every single one of your videos can just go from a video that gets random views to a video that actually generates you hot qualified leads for your actual business. And so once you worked on your transition, you want to have people either comment or DM you a specific keyword. And this keyword should be about 4 to 5 letters long and 1 syllable max. Ideally, you want to make this outcome focused as well. So example, mine is cash, like money. Another one I used to do was grow, like you're growing your business. If you're running ads, you could do leads because you're generating people leads. If you're doing closing, you could do sales because you're closing deals for your clients. Like whatever main outcome your agency service provides for your clients, like that's the word you want people to DM you or comment on your videos to get the lead magnet that they're looking for. So we've gone over how to grow your followers, either through a dramatic demonstration or the Facetime method. Now, how exactly do we monetize all these followers? So I have 3 methods for you. The first method is warm outbound. So we don't want to do cold outbound because these people don't know us. We're absolute complete strangers. So again, we don't want to be the random guy selling sunglasses that nobody knows. Again, we want to be the celebrity. But at the same time, if we only rely on inbound leads, that's not in our control. We can't just rely on people coming to us. We still got to hunt. We still got to go get clients. So the sweet spot that we found with my agency is what we call warm outbound, where you're not messaging cold strangers, but you're directly messaging people who either follow you, like or comment on your posts, or watch your stories. So all you want to do is look at those 3 sources, again, followers, likes or comments, or story viewers, and just reach out to as many prospects as possible. All you have to do is just follow them, like and comment on their last 3 posts, and then DM the word, hey. That's it. So simple. And why do you want to do that, by the way? Is because if you only DM them, that's 1 notification. But if you follow, like, and and comment and DM them, that is 8 notifications right there. So who do you think is going to get better responses? Someone with 1 notification or someone with 8 notifications? Of course, the person with 8 notifications. So once we DM them, what exactly do we say? So I'm gonna do it live in front of you guys right now. So example, for this lead, I'm gonna blur out his handle because I don't want any of you guys messaging him. But I said, hey Patrick, strong emoji. All right, so I do a strong emoji if it's a guy and I do a wave emoji if it's a girl. Then Patrick was like, hey Renzo, how's it going? Then I was like, how's it going, Patrick? Where are you from? I'm in Chicago. This just builds a little bit of rapport. It shows that you're human, not some AI robot just messaging them. And I just said, by the way, I'm running a special for all my new connections. Give them a free copy of my cheat sheet on the 3 shortcuts to land your next client through IG. Want a copy? No strings attached or whatever. So remember I was talking about lead magnets earlier in this video? Well, same thing applies in the DMs. We want to give out a lead magnet in the DMs so that we're only speaking to people who resonate with the problems we can solve. So example, my cheat sheet was called the 3 shortcuts to land your next client through IG, right? So only business owners can relate to that because they actually know what a client is. And keyword, as I said, your next client, which means they already have a client and they want even more. So anybody who says yes to this cheat sheet is probably an established business owner looking for more clients, right? Not some random beginner and not someone who doesn't even know what a client is. Okay, so Patrick said sure from Australia. So boom, that tells me he's somewhat qualified. Another thing I look for in the DMs in terms of outbound DMs, I prefer to work with people who are in the United States, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, or United Kingdom. And so luckily Patrick's from Australia, great, fits the bill. So I just say love Australia. You just say love wherever they're from. And I said, and sweet, what's your best email to send it to? And so I'm gonna blur out his email because I don't want you guys emailing. But boom, this is also how you build up your email list at the same time. So many people say like, oh, why don't you have an email list? You're missing out on so much money. Bro, I'm building it up just in secret so none of you guys spam my email address. But anyways, I just said, got it, email just sent. And here's the link in case it fell through. And then I send a link to the cheat sheet. By the way, this cheat sheet still works. And so feel free to type that link so you can study my old lead magnet. And then I said, how long you've been a PT, by the way, because in his bio, he said PT, which means personal trainer. So you just want to say how long you've been a blank, by the way. Whatever they say in their bio is exactly what you want to plug in here. He says, awesome, thanks for that, I'll check it out. And he says 1 year. Then I'm like, of course, man, and congrats on starting out. So if they say 1 year or less, I say congrats on starting out. If they say more than 1 year, I'll just be like, been in the game for a while, I see. And then I say, are you working towards anything specific for your business right now? He says, working towards creating my business and working for myself. And then I said, for sure, Patrick, definitely important. And what do you feel you need the most help with right now to create your business and work for yourself? Because that's exactly what he told me what his goal was he said he was working towards creating his business and working for himself. And so I literally just repeated word for word what he said. And then he said, confidence I could actually get clients on my own. Then I would just like, understood, man. So based on what you told me, I can help. I'd love to do a quick land your own online clients call because that's exactly what he told me he needed help with, and help you to create your business and work for yourself. Because again, that's exactly what he said he was working toward to. Sound good? So the key is you literally just want to spit back exactly what they told you was their goal and what they need help with, which again is what I did right here. So then he said, I've looked over your profile. I am mainly a face-to-face trainer. So I'm going to show you guys some smooth objection handling right here. So I said, gotcha. So not looking to go online? He says, maybe, definitely liking face-to-face, but online would definitely give me the opportunity to work with the specific clients I want rather than just anyone. I've thought about it in the past. Yep, for sure. That's why a lot of our clients go online. So I said social proof. Instead of trying to tell them what to do, I just use social proof to get them to conclude what to do. You get the power to select which type of clients you want to work with. Look, I've had people offering the same sort of things before, but I can't afford a 4 to 5 figure investment right now. It sounds great. I just wouldn't be able to pay you what you want, LMAO. And then I'm like, gotcha, man, no problem. Hope the cheat sheet helps. So most people make the mistake of trying to keep pitching, keep pushing when a person is just not that interested. And so what I like to do is I like to leave the door open. So here's the thing, because we're not cold calling, because we're not cold emailing, not even cold DMing, like these are people who follow us. All you have to do is keep posting content, keep posting on your stories, keep posting reels, and they're gonna see you every single day to the point when they're ready to buy, they'll come back. Exactly like what he did. Because as you see, he first DM'd me January 15th, 2023. Now, January 27, 2023, so that's about 12 days later, he's like, hey Renzo, been considering your offer. Do you think you could guarantee it's possible for me to be a successful online coach? And I was like, yo, love the initiative reaching back out, Patrick. Curious, if I were to offer a guarantee, what specific things would you be looking for? So instead of me directly saying a guarantee I have, again, you just want to spit back exactly what they want to hear. So I asked first. So he's like, here's the context to what I mean. I'm 19 with just under a year coaching experience. experience. I've been reached out to by someone similar in the past. He actually offered to guarantee a 10K a month online coaching biz in 90 days or for a refund. I refused the offer because I thought I wasn't ready to go online and I thought it was too good to be true. So now, little red flag. He told me he was looking at someone else and so he refused someone's offer. So now, watch how smooth this is. So I'll be like, okay, gotcha, man. Appreciate you sharing that with me. Anytime someone tells you something personal, you always want to acknowledge and appreciate them for sharing that. And then I was like, so why not go back to that offer then? So that's how I eliminate all competition anytime someone brings up competition. I'm just like, why not just go with them? He was like, I sent them a message, but it seems like they have gone back to just coaching clients themselves. Absolutely not expecting you to do anything similar at all. What do you offer yourself? Boom. So instead of telling the specific details right here, I just say, okay, cool. Should I let you schedule a quick call with me to see if and how I can potentially help you grow online? Would that help? Then he said, sure, okay, please. And then boom, I'm gonna send over my calendar link. Cool, so let's do this. Pick a time that works for you here. I send over the calendar link and just let me know when you're set so I can confirm on my calendar too. Cool, and he says done. And then here's some more objection handling for you. Then he says, look, I'm honestly not sure how much I'm going to need to invest. Do you have a number before we can lock this in the call? Again, similar to the guarantee, I just want to pitch back exactly what he wants to hear. So I'm like, for sure, man. I mean, speaking of finances, I know this could be very touchy and personal, but for me to understand how to get you from point A to point B, I really need to understand point A first. So that being said, how much do you have saved up to invest in yourself? If of course, everything makes sense to get you to that $1,500 a week you're looking for. And then he says, I literally only have 3K AUD total in my bank. I'm not earning all that much. And my 1,500 a week goal is AUD, which is only 1,100 USD. Then I was like, gotcha. And out of that 3K AUD, how much is disposable income to invest? All right, so if someone tells you their total bank account number, not all of that is what they could spend. You want to clarify what budget he actually has. So then he said, I would say 1 to 2K. Then I just said, okay, cool, man. Yeah, you'll be good. Don't worry. Notice how I don't actually say the price. Because if you say the price, you lose power and they might not show up to the call because they get scared. All right, so don't say the price. Just say, you'll be good. I just marked it on my calendar and let my team know about the session. And just so you have a strong idea of what you could expect from us, give this quick interview I shot with my client, Josh Permo. I watched on how he landed 56 new online clients and quit his job his first month working with us. And then I send the interview right there. All right, and then some more objections. Sweet, but I can see you get people offering high ticket services. Do you think this will be successful with me given my lower experience in the field? And I was like, my client Nick landed a 1,200 USD client with no experience. He was actually thinking of charging 67 USD starting out, LOL. Just told him to raise it, and as you can tell, did just fine. Then he said, yeah, okay, sweet. Happy to talk more on Tuesday on the call. Thanks so much for your time today. And I'm like, of course, man, talk soon. So do you guys see, like, this guy is definitely going to show up to the call because I provided so much value. I shifted so much of his paradigms that he's just broken. And now he has to hop on the call to fix all his problems that he told me he was struggling with. And so we ended up closing this guy for the classic $997 now and 5 weekly payments to $997. And because he landed enough clients his first week, he was able to pay the rest of the payments, no problem. So $6,000 in the bank right there from this one DM convo. So we got over warm outbounds. The next way to turn your followers into clients is what we call inbound DM. So all you want to do is every single day on your Instagram story, of course, you want to document your day like everybody does on Instagram. But the other thing you want to do to turn your followers and story viewers into clients is doing what we call the I'm looking for a few more people story post. So all it goes is the following. So every single day on your Instagram story, you either want to post a high quality picture or just a blank color. And then on either of those scenarios, have text saying the following. I'm looking for a few more people who can handle result by time frame. If you're interested, DM me keyword and I'll send you the details. So example for mine, I'm looking for a few more people who can handle more clients this week. If you're interested, DM me grow and I'll send you the details. For you, if you're doing ads, you could do like, I'm looking for a few more people who could handle more leads this week. If you're interested, DM me leads for info. If you're doing short form content, you could say, I'm looking for a few more people who want to go viral on Instagram. DM me views for info. So again, you just want to say, I'm looking for a few more people who want specific result in XYZ time frame. And then you want to say a specific time frame. Usually the shorter, the better. So I like to say this week. If you can't get them a result in a week, you do this month. If you can't get them a result in 1 month, you could do in the next 90 days. And then for the keyword for them to DM you, like I said, 4 to 5 letters long, 1 syllable, and outcome based. So again, it could be views, leads, grow, cash, whatever it is. Just make sure it applies to whatever service you're providing. So here's an example of a lead who DM'd me from one of those stores. So he DM'd me the word grow because I was like, I'm looking for a few more people who can handle more clients this week. If you're interested, DM me grow and I'll send you the details. This guy said grow. Again, I'm gonna blur out his name so you guys don't DM him. But then I was like, yo, love the initiative reaching out. I'll get you all the details in a sec. Cool if I ask you a couple questions first. I guess he interrupted me. He said, I want you to help me. And then I was like, see if I could even be of help to you. And he was like, personally, I want you to help me. So like I said, because these are followers and not just some random people, these followers are literally gonna beg you to work with them. They're already sold. It's so easy to close them because you already built that relationship with them online every single day with your content. But anyways, I'm like, thank you so much. By the way, what's your email in case I lose you? Sorry, a lot of people messaged me at the same time. And he was like, I would like for you to help me scale more leads. So I could just buy into his frame, but that would lower my frame, ditching my sales process, trying to comply to his begs, than to just keep going with my DM script. We keep going anyway. So I'm like, great. First, to land more clients this week my way will require 1 to 2 hours a day. Could you swing that? And he was like, sure, only if you personally help me. And I'm like, cool. Next one's a little broader. Where's your monthly income at now? And where do you want it to be in 6 months? Answer doesn't have to be exact, just ballpark is fine. And he's like, 100K a month. We're at 30K now. I need more leads. And I'm like, got it. I've been at this for 4 years. Just want to say, even though you're not there yet, I do think you have what it takes. Last one. What do you think is missing or need help with most? And he says, price point and leads, maybe my product. And then I'm like, I hear ya. He says, let's chat, but we keep going anyway. Should I let you schedule a quick call with my team to see if and how we could potentially help you with that to reach your goals? Would that help? Then he was like, would like to talk to you first. And I'm like, cool. So let's do this. Pick a time that works for you here. I send over my calendar link, gonna blur it out so you don't book a call with me. And just let me know when you're set so I can confirm on our calendar too. And then he didn't book within 30 minutes. So I'm like, any trouble with the calendar link? By the way, I'm online right now if you have any questions. He just hearted it, but he didn't book. All right, so 6 hours later, because he didn't book, I was like, want to chat about this? You could tell me whatever. I'm impossible to offend. Didn't book again. All right, so now it's been 24 hours. So I'm like, have you given up on this project? I've gotten that follow-up from the book, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. And it sounds so dumb. It doesn't look like it would work, right? Have you given up on this project? But I promise you, I get a 95% response rate on this follow-up because nobody likes to lose things. When I say, have you given up? Then most people respond because they're like, no. Like I was just too busy, or like, I haven't given up. So then he's like, hey bro, I want to learn how to close deals. I want to talk to you first. And I'm like, yo, I'm online right now. Any questions or concerns? Then he says, can we jump on a call? Let me see if I can play this. Guess I can't play it, whatever. For sure, man, just schedule a call with my team at this link. I sent over my calendar link again, and we'll focus on helping you with price point, leads, and closing more deals, which is exactly what he told me he was struggling with. And then he says question mark, and I guess he booked a call right after that. So then I'm like, boom, just saw you booked a call. I just marked it on my calendar and let my team know about the session. And just so you have a strong idea of what you can expect from us, give these quick 3 to 5 minute story highlights a watch to learn more about what we do and who we help. Send over my proof, and then send over my free Discord that we had at the time. Now we have a free school community. And so boom, that's how you book inbound leads through that DM script right there. So we gone over warm outbounds, inbound DMs. The next way to turn your followers into clients is through lead magnets, which is what I've been talking about earlier in this video. And so this is my primary way of landing clients today, is by giving some of my best stuff for free. And because I've done that, people trust me more and they want to do even more business with me. So example, another real life conversation right here. He DM'd me for my TikTok series, which like I said earlier in this video, was my best strategies on how I was going crazy viral on TikTok and how other people could do it too to generate hot qualified leads. Anybody who's interested in that lead magnet is one, an established business owner because they know what hot qualified leads are. And number two, they want to grow on TikTok, which is a problem that my agency could actually solve. So let's get into it. So he DMs me TikTok. Then I'm like, yo, love the initiative reaching out. Super cool. Cool if I ask you a couple quick questions first. We require everyone answer real quick before I can send you the private TikTok series. He says, sure, thank you so much. First, what's your email in case I lose you? Sorry, a lot of people messaged me at the same time. Then he sends over his email. I'm gonna blur it out because I don't want you guys emailing him. And I'm like, got it. So what kind of clients are you looking for? Grabbing the link for you. Then he says, I own a gym. I'm really trying to figure out how to get more leads. I've hired an agency in the past and it didn't work so well. So I decided what I need to do is build a brand to generate them. So then I'm like, okay. So first, here's a link to the TikTok series as promised. Then I sent over the TikTok series. And that's interesting. So this is out of left field, and I guess he interrupted me. I'm also about to go into the online space. We keep carrying on anyway. And I'm like, I'm doing a private group for a few people like you who can handle more clients this week. Make a case study out of your results when you want to get the details. And he says, sure. So this is how you transition from a friendly conversation with you just giving over a lead magnet to transitioning it to more a sales conversation. Is you ask like a casual, non-salesy question. So example for mine is, so what kind of clients are you looking for? He tells me the answer. Then I send over the lead magnet, which is a TikTok series. And then all you have to do to transition is, so this is out of left field, but I'm doing a private group for a few people like you can handle more clients this week. Make a case study of your results when you want to get the details. So boom, super non-salesy and super smooth to get you more into an agency to client conversation. So then he says, sure. Then I'm like, cool. I want to ask a couple questions first, see if my group can even be of help to you. First, to land more clients this week my way will require 1 to 2 hours a day. Could you swing that? He's like, yeah, I have the time for that. Then I'm like, so good. Next one's a little broader. Where is your monthly income at now? And what do you want it to be in 6 months? Answer doesn't have to be exact, just ballpark's fine. And he's like, do you mean net? And I guess my team missed that, but all good. Then I'm like, got it. I've been at this for 4 years. Just want to say, even though you're not there yet, I do think you have what it takes. Last one. What do you think is missing or need help with most? He's like, I need branding and more leads. And I'm like, I hear you. Should I let you schedule a quick call with my team to see if and how we could potentially help you with that to reach your goals? Would that help? Then he's like, yeah, I'm curious on your approach. Then I'm like, cool. So let's do this. Pick a time that works for you here. Send over my calendar link and just let me know when you're set so I can confirm on our calendar too. Cool? And he says, done. And then same post, booking DM script as always. Boom. I just marked down my calendar, let my team know about the session. And just so you have a strong idea of what you could expect from us, check out these 3 to 5 minute story highlights of our client interviews, testimonials, before, afters, and results. Send over the proof. And then I sent over my free Discord community I had at the time. Again, I have my free school community now. And so we gone over warm outbounds, inbound DMs, and lead magnet DMs. And so all 3 of those scenarios, I say to send over your calendar link page. So what exactly does mine look like? Because when you get to my point where you have literally thousands of people DMing you, you're going to be booking a lot of unqualified people who, 1, don't have the money, 2, is not even someone you could help in the first place because they're not looking for your type of services, or 3, is not really a priority. They want to do things later instead of now. And so what we've done to automate this qualification process so we don't have to manually cancel all these leads that weren't going to be closed anyway is a couple systems right here. And so 1, we have this page. And so I built this page on ClickFunnels. You can do it on 1.0 or 2.0, it doesn't really matter. And so in ClickFunnels, I also paired that up with a software called Geotargetly, where if a prospect is not located in the following countries, then we're automatically gonna direct them to our free school community to be able to help them for free, instead of having them book a calendar link page that would take up our calendar spots and be a waste of our time and be a waste of their time because they wouldn't be able to afford our services with the different currency changes. Not racist, I swear. It is most countries out of these select countries right here, either 1, have terrible currency exchanges where it's just almost too much money to convert to USD, or 2, there's such a language barrier that it's hard to close them on the phone or Zoom, or it's hard to work with them as a client. But yeah, that's our first level of defense, is making sure anybody not in the countries you want gets automatically directed to our free community. The second level of defense is our Jotform. This is an application we embedded into ClickFunnels, and it's just 11 quick questions. And so notice how each of these questions is only 1 at a time. The reason why we don't want to have all these questions showed at the same time is because a prospect might get overwhelmed and they might not fill out the application, right? So it's just an easy way to ease them into answering all the questions to the point where they finish it, right? So example, we ask for their name. So let's say Renzo, and then username. I'm going to put my username. This is how you're able to contact your leads after they fill out the application, right? Let's do email. I'm just going to do renzo@gmail.com. Phone number. I'll just do the example 123. And then this is one of our automated questions where we ask, what type of business do you run, right? So if they pick any of these 5 right here, coach, consultant, course creator, agency, freelancer, they're good, right? The application will keep moving forward. If they hit none of the above, don't apply, then no matter what they say for the rest of the application, once they submit the application, it will automatically redirect them to our free school community, again, to not waste their time and to not waste our time and to still be able to provide value. This is another way we automate the qualification process. So they have to run some type of business. Let's say they're a coach. And then we ask, where's your monthly income at now? And what do you want it to be in 6 months? So let's just say 2K, and they want to be at 10K. And then we ask, why is it really, really, really important to you that you hit this income target as soon as possible? If not a high priority, then this may forfeit your chances for a call. So what we look for here is in our application, we want at least 2 lines of answers. If they give us like a 1-word answer or a 1-line answer, then the answer is not in depth enough to show that you're serious. So we also cancel anybody who doesn't fill out these questions in detail, right? 1-word, 1-line answers are not going to cut it. You have to fill out multiple sentences to be able to book a call with my team. So unfortunately, you can't automatically disqualify people with 1-word or 1-line answers, at least not to my knowledge. So we manually cancel people that just put 1 line and 1 word. But anyways, like I said, let's just put test. Then we say, what's happening in your life that makes right now the right time to have this call? If you're looking to scale, what's the #1 reason you think you haven't been able to hit your target income yet? Again, what we're looking for is in-depth answers. No 1-word, no 1-line answers. But again, let's just put test for time's sake. Why do you think I'm the right person to help you achieve your business and financial goals? You know the drill. No 1-word, no 1-line answers, but again, put test. If we are a good fit, we will move forward with enrollment at the end of the call. Knowing that your returns could be 10 to 100x the investment, how much capital in USD do you have available to invest in your online business now? So this is a question we can automate. Anybody who puts less than 997, even if it's 996, then once they submit the application, again, they automatically get redirected to our free school community so they don't take up our calendar spots, we don't waste their time, and they don't waste our time. And also note, it's a little subtle thing. I put 6,000 as an example because I want more people thinking that's the budget they need, but I don't really know what people think of that. Let's just say I put 5,000, and then we say Growthology agency currently has a 32% acceptance rate and is the most prestigious social media marketing agency in the industry. So tell tell us, why should we go with you? And again, you know the drill, no one word, one line answers. We need in-depth, multiple line answers here. But again, for time's sake, let's just say test. All right, and then we submit. All right, and then once it's submitted, then it takes them to a calendar page if they're qualified, meaning that one, they actually run a business, and two, they have at least 997 or more. And like I've been saying, anybody who puts one word, one line answers, we can't automatically disqualify, but my team will look at those applications and automatically cancel anybody who didn't take the application seriously with their answers. But let's say they pass all those filters and now they're at the calendar link. So now all they have to do is pick a time on the calendar. So I recommend don't have your calendar out for more than 48 hours in advance. Anything more than 48 hours is going to lead to a lot of no-shows because these prospects are going to forget they booked the appointment in the first place. It's the classic saying, strike when the iron's hot. The more time we wait from call booked to call taken, the more likely they're going to no-show. And even if they do hop on the call, so much time has passed that they've already lost interest. So we're literally shooting ourselves in the foot the more time that passes. So in an ideal world, you want to book within 24 hours. Only thing is when you're scaling to 100K a month and beyond, calendar slots are super limited, super precious. So as you guys see here, we're already booked out for Monday night and Tuesday all day. So that's why sometimes you have to stretch it out to 48 hours so you can still book automatically. So you still have spots on your calendar to book. So then we just pick a time. Let's do 9 a.m. for example. So then the prospect's going to fill out their name. So just say Renzo Guevara, renzo@gmail.com. By the way, this is not my real email, so don't email that. But let's just give a random number. This is not my real number, by the way. Do not message this. I put my Instagram handle. And then there's a couple last questions we have that's not in the application, but we do have in the calendar link, where it says, is there anyone else besides you that needs to be on the call who needs the information? Significant other, business partner, etc. And so this eliminates the partner objection because now the prospect knows any partners, whether it's business or a wife or a husband, whatever it is, they have to be on the call. And if they say no, we could use that answer against them on the call. And they say like, oh, I have to talk to my husband, I have to talk to my spouse. So this just pre-handles the objections and we don't have to deal with that on the call because it's a lot easier to pre-handle these objections before the call, before it happens, so that we're more prepared on the call. And even if they say they have a wife or a business partner, all you have to do in the DMs is just say, hey, I saw that your wife needed to be on the call. Either invite her as a guest to the Google Calendar event or just make sure she hops on the call with the Zoom link provided. And then boom, the partner objection is totally handled. The next question after that is we have dozens of people a day who reach out to schedule a demo, but we only take on max 6 to 8 people a week. Therefore, if you miss your demo, you will not be able to book again. Can you confirm that you can 100% make the time you selected? And then we have, yes, I've double checked my calendar, work, family schedule, doctor appointments, etc. And I have no schedule conflict at this time. I can 100% make the game plan call slot time that I selected. See you on the call. And then we also have no, I do not keep my word, and I'll politely disqualify myself now. So this just sets the expectation. We do not tolerate calendar mix-ups, okay? So when they say yes, they are committing to themselves that they've blocked out the amount of time and that they will show up to the call. So we found this question right here actually boosted up our show up rate because when you're a bit more stern and you show the prospect who's boss, they're more likely to take the call seriously and again, actually show up to the call. And then finally, we have send text messages too for email reminders. So let's just put in a random email. Again, this is not my real phone number, so don't message his number. All right, and then we hit schedule event and then boom, the call is booked. And then a couple more things to make sure our show up rate is on point is one, we want to establish a point of communication right away, right? So for us, we prefer Instagram DM. So we're like, DM Renzo booked on IG at Renzo_Guevara to confirm your demo. Please note we have hundreds of applications a day with limited spots to speak with our team. Failure to DM Renzo booked will result in the cancellation of your call. So again, we want to show the prospect who's boss, right? So we use social proof. We have hundreds of applications, limited spots, which is true. And so if they don't establish a point of communication by DMing me, then we're going to cancel. Because oftentimes if they don't DM me right after they book, they usually no show anyway. We might as well cut our losses, save our calendar spots, and only work with people who are serious and who will actually DM me. So then we say we just marked on our calendar and let our team know about your demo. When it's time for our meeting, hop on the Zoom meeting with the link we sent to your email. Please remember to show up on time and that you're in a quiet environment on your computer for the call. If you're in a noisy location, we will discontinue the call immediately. We're looking forward to it. Renzo Guevara and my business partner, Ibrahim Ansari. And then PS, just so you have a strong idea of what you can expect from us, check out our story highlights on Renzo's Instagram at Renzo_Guevara so they can see all the proof testimonials, etc. So we gone over how to grow your followers, how to get those followers into the Instagram DMs, what exactly to say in the Instagram DMs to book a call, and also how to qualify all these prospects so you're not wasting your time with broke leads or people who your service can actually help. So the next stage is closing these sales calls that we booked. So your next step is watching this video right here where I break down my exact sales call framework, all 9 stages, no gatekeeping. So again, I'll see you in this video right here. Get a pen and paper. It's about to be saucy.